Hello, Jermaine Andre here, and I'm going to give you a quick talk about the greatest self-defense tool that we as martial artists have. You know, everybody always think when you think of martial artists or a self-defense guy, you think, you know, karate, chop, pow, you know, hit, smack, that's what we do. But the truth of the matter is, it is always our objective to not get into fights and not get into altercations, because the one thing that we know as a martial artist is that anybody can be beat and that you're always going to have repercussions off of what happens. So we try to avoid things, but the most powerful tool that we have in our arsenal, in our toolbox, the martial art man's toolbox, is awareness. And you can have this too. It's not hard. You don't have to change your life. It's nothing like you don't have to be paranoid. And I'm going to teach it to you right now on this video for free, because that's how important it is for you to have it. And after I teach this to you, if you follow these guidelines, you're going to drop your chances of being attacked to like 1%. It's going to be, well, barely, it's going to be, I'm telling you, just let's get started. First of all, awareness. You have to understand the beast. You got to understand your enemy. You got to understand what they're trying to do. You got to understand where they breed, how they live. And the number one thing is, when it comes to being attacked, you get attacked when you're alone and in a secluded area. Okay, if you're walking in Walmart and it's packed and everybody's working, or Schnucks, or Deerbergs, wherever you're at, people aren't going to come in and try to kidnap you right there in front of everybody, because there's people there. So whenever you enter in an area that's secluded and you're by yourself, you have to heighten your senses, okay, and know that you're walking onto that stage. You're getting in a position where you could become a victim. So then that's when you start doing things to change things and start watching out, which we're going to move into next. Whenever you're alone and secluded and entering what's called a potential attack area. A potential attack area can be an area that's dark. It can be an area with a lot of corners, stairs, elevator, parking structures, your own house. You know, real estate agents, I jump on them all the time. I say, you guys have the most dangerous job in the world, because you go to a home alone with a stranger and show this person at home. So at that moment, they're in a dangerous position where their life depends on if that person wants to hurt them or not, unless they're trained and they know how to do things to keep that person in a position where they stay at the advantage. And that's why this kind of stuff is important to know. But whenever you're going anywhere, no matter where you go, you should be like the Terminator. You know, when you're pulling up, you're scanning, looking. Don't ever just pull into a parking lot and jump out your car. Don't ever just jump out the car and walk into the bank. You don't know if the bank's getting robbed. You know, look in and see if things look weird. See if things look out of place. When you pull into a parking garage, look and see if are there vehicles that look like they don't belong there. You know, if there's a van with dark tinted windows, don't park near that van. You know, if there's some guys just sitting in a car, why are they sitting there? You have the right to use your intelligence and to doubt things like this. But if you look for stuff like that and always scanning the area, making sure that before you enter any area, you're going to know what you're about to subject yourself to, then that can stop you from getting attacked. Because criminals, they rely on surprising you. They want to surprise you, scare you, shock you immediately, and you fall and do what they want you to do. So when you take that shock away, you take that element of surprise away by scanning and paying attention and knowing that doesn't look right, so I'm not going over there. You know, and I'm going to call the cops also and send them over there instead. So that's one of the main things you want to do there. It's always, you know, scan the area, look for out-of-place cars, look for out-of-place characters. Wherever you're at, there's always a tone to where you're at, whether it's the grocery store, the shopping mall, you know, your grandparents' wedding, whatever it is, there's a tone. People are there for a certain reason, and they behave a certain way. When you see somebody who doesn't fit that, they probably don't fit that, okay?